Welcome back to another episode of Dishing with Dush, guys. Today I'm going to be sharing one of my closely guarded secrets. It comes in the form of a sauce that I used to use across varying dishes in the different restaurants I used to run. And let me tell you, this was a hit. So if you want to make this at home, trust me, everybody's going to be thanking you. This sauce is savory, it's garlicky, it's creamy, it's spicy, you name it. It packs a wallop in your mouth. And if that is not enough to get you excited, guess what? Today we have something extra special lined up for you, and that comes in the form of our very first guest on the show, and that's Jeevan. Hey man. So Jeevan is my really good friend who I've known for several years.
Many years,
and we tend to mind meld on a lot of different things.
Well, mainly food.
But not only, but that's not why he's here actually. So the reason he's here is that I'm trying to get him off my back for good.
Well, if it works, it works.
Yeah, I hope it does. It's better stick.
We'll get to that.
Yes. So there is a story to this. How did we meet?
Well. Okay, so just to very quickly tell everyone, so I used to work for this company called Zomato, and back in the day what we would do is we'd go to restaurant, to get information about the restaurants. And so one day we were on the street and we saw this restaurant, Dush, I think that was the one. And so we just walked in and, just decided to get the information, and we ordered some food off the table and was just eating something, and I think I got a waffle, and it was so good, right? It was just a standard waffle, but it was amazing. Like, whoa! Calm body. It was so tasty, and I actually normally I don't really say anything to the chef or whatever, but Dush actually came and asked, he did the usual, I hope you're enjoying the food. And I said, this is really nice, what is this? Is this mayonnaise? And I said, is this just mayonnaise? And he gave me a look, it's aioli. I'm like, okay.
So this is super easy. So we got
our eggs. We got the eggs
out of the fridge.
Now we have everything.
Yes. I have two more to show you exactly how I separated the yolks and the whites. You, in the meanwhile, can get the party rolling. Get some garlic peeled up.
Right.
I need about 10 cloves.
10 cloves.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly 10 cloves. And there's a reason. I am a complete garlic lover, but man, trust me, you don't want to push it past 10 cloves because this is going in raw. It's going to have a sharp edge to it. So
we all love our garlic, but 5, 6, 7, 8,
9, 10. So almost exactly one bulb.
Pretty much one bulb,
yeah.
Right on. Oh God, the pressure. This is very. I've never been under so much
pressure to crack.
To crack garlic.
So I'm just gonna pop these in the.
Yeah, just. So now you're gonna blend the garlic in whole.
Yes. We're not gonna waste time chopping it or mincing it or anything because it's
straight up going to be blended.
Blind. Right. So that's done. So.
Yes, we are done.
Do you want to separate the eggs also?
No. I'll leave that to the professionals.
Okay. So I don't have another extra bowl, so I'm just going to crack the whites into this. So here's the real trick to separating egg whites from egg yolks. Chill your eggs, because that firms up the egg yolk, makes it so much easier to handle.
You're doing it the cool way, breaking without.
How else do you do it? Oh, well, either is fine. I mean, there's no right way of doing it. So, and I use my hands because they're probably the gentlest tool that you have in your arsenal in the kitchen. You can get an egg separator if you find this daunting, but you find it's very fast, it's very efficient, just doing it by hand. Of course, wash your hands.
Yeah, obviously.
Before. So that's about it for cracking eggs.
And now what?
Now you're going to do the fun part.
Right on.
Of getting the mayo going. So basically when you say we're making a mayonnaise, you're creating an emulsion. An emulsion is the mixing of two solutions that
are different.
That don't mix.
Exactly.
So different, yes. So like oil and water.
Viscosity is different.
Right, viscosity is different and they don't bind chemically usually. So oil and water is such an example. So now the same thing happens with egg yolks in oil. And that is why temperature plays a big part.
Okay.
So if it gets too hot, it'll start to split. Splitting meaning it's not mixing.
Okay.
So that's what the thing you need to really watch out for when making a mayo. So you have to be really patient. This is really helpful having two hands.
I know, especially
Yeah.
the drizzling and the blending.
Drizzling. So drizzling is the key to this.
So I start blending.
Yes, so put it on low for now.
On low.
Break up the yolks.
And
And immediately you can start drizzling. I'm going to put about half this bottle
right now.
over time. As you can see, really thin streams.
So if you put it too much at once, it won't blend.
It will effectively split for good. But now it doesn't look creamy yet, but you don't see two different liquids in there.
Essentially blended.
Yeah. And one thing to keep in mind, your mayonnaise is going to look yellow. It's not going to look like one of those store-bought brands because they actually use things like titanium dioxide to get it. So they bleach it.
Coloring, they bleach it to make it that white.
White, exactly. But acid will also make it lighter, so it will get paler than this over time. But it will never be that, I don't know, like snow
Yogurt
white.
color.
Yogurt color, exactly. It won't be that. When you get past the halfway point, so we're going to use about 500 milliliters of oil to the 10 egg yolks. Once you get past the halfway point, so after you put about 250 ml of oil into this, you can start to speed it up a little bit. You can flood it a bit more.
You can put more oil.
Yeah, so just to start, you have to be really careful.
Because by now the oil has properly mixed in anyway.
Yeah, so there you go. Just a little bit more. Starting to thicken up. Huh?
Yeah, and the colors also, it's actually whitening a little.
Now it looks like a custard.
Custard, yeah.
Yeah, so we're getting there.
So is there a specific kind of oil or you prefer vegetable oil?
I do like vegetable oil just because it's very clean tasting, so you could do it with any oil.
So it doesn't alter the flavor too much?
It doesn't alter the flavor. I just really want the garlic to shine through in this.
Right.
You could use olive oil. You could use the more expensive oil, but honestly, I think simpler the better.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, yeah, we're good. So, here's a little trick. Yeah. So now that's gonna kind of get everywhere, right? So, have your the beater on, and then slowly lift it out.
All right.
And it's okay, not yet. And it's clean.
Now it's
clean.
Clean
Right.
enough.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna add the acid into this now.
Right.
And that comes in the form of 5 limes. So we're also going to zest it. Now, this is a godsend.
Yeah, that thing is amazing.
Oh, it's like...
I mean, I just use a grater at home.
You can, but the problem is you can easily get the pit. So you don't want any of the white bits.
Yeah.
Because it makes it really bitter. So this is all the goodness. And the thing is, the lime...
Oh, the smell.
Yes, it's actually more pungent than the juice.
The zest.
The zest. And if you are making anything that's going to curdle, if you put acid in, you can still get the lime flavor by using the peel, and but not mess up the texture.
The actual taste.
So we're not going to put a whole bunch because we don't want this to taste too limey. So we're just going to do 2 whole
limes.
peels. Yeah.
Or basically the zest of 2
the
whole
zest,
limes.
exactly. The zest of 2 whole limes, and then we're going to do 5. Oh, so what you can do is cut up.
Start cutting up the limes.
Limes. Okay, I see what you're trying to do there. So don't go right across the middle.
Okay.
Because then we're going to have to fish out the seeds when we
Okay.
come to do. So just cut around it.
All right.
And
I did not know that.
and look at that. So seeds
Stay in here.
exactly. There you go. All yours.
Five limes. No? 5 limes.
5 limes. Yes. So you can cut up these 2.
And then
And trust me, you need enough zing in it, or your
Because I remember one of the key hits of that is that zesty limey hit.
Yes. Or your mayonnaise can also taste really flat if you don't have enough. So I say quite a healthy dose
Of lime.
of lime. And we're almost done. So what you can do is open up the mustard in the meanwhile. And you know, if there really is a secret to this recipe, is to invest in a good mustard.
So
By good mustard.
typical store-bought?
Store-bought, but I would say get a good English or a French mustard if you have. Yeah.
So maybe avoid the typical, the yellowy.
Yeah, definitely not.
hot dog style.
Yeah, definitely not that. But you know, if you are on a budget or if you can't find a better mustard, the local mustard
Proceed
creams
with
are.
that, but
Yeah, the local, the mustard creams that we get, that we use for, the sandwiches. Yeah, that works okay. So we need about 100 grams of this. So you can easily, as you can see, double this recipe because you have like a whole liter of oil, right? So just put 20 egg yolks, and then you can just use up a whole bottle of mustard, a whole bottle of oil, and you have nothing left over.
Yeah,
exactly. So
it's a very, the quantities are easy.
Exactly. So half a bottle of mustard, I would say. Yeah, about half. So that's about 100 grams.
Right.
And whisk it up.
Back to blend?
Back to
Right. Oh yeah. So I see the color changing, like
color changing, and it looks very runny, but don't panic, because with our next step, when we add the garlic to this, garlic helps to emulsify it as well.
Further.
So it's going to make it a bit thicker. And remember, you're going to store this in your fridge, right? So it's going to be hard. Yeah, exactly. So this, like I was explaining in my intro, you can use it with anything, like potato salad, hot dogs, waffles, like I used to make. My favorite is the hot dog, but you can use it in sandwiches. You could, I don't know, I mean, sky's the limit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the burger, I even used to do it in the mutton burger.
I've used this in like so many different things. It just works. You good?
Yep, I think so. So, yeah. So just a quick note, I didn't add any salt because the mustard I used was heavily salted. So make sure you taste it before you start serving it up and add salt to taste. Just a quick note. There we go.
Just get this for you.
Yeah, we can get rid of this.
Oh, I love that.
So, pray. So I think it's not enough mayo because it's already thickened so much. It's not blending. So
yeah, it's got blended.
Yeah, but
there a bit.
Yeah.
Put a bit more.
And actually, I realized I forgot a critical ingredient, so we could do it right now.
Okay.
Ideally, we would have done this when we were putting the mustard and stuff.
Okay.
So we need about quarter cup.
Oh, so you add sugar as well?
You definitely need sugar. So it's. I'm not really sure how much that is in grams. I'll check it up and put it in the description.
Right, let me get that for you. So quarter cup.
Yeah, quarter cup should be more than adequate. And you know the funny thing, we haven't put, so this is a chili aioli, but even without the chili at this point, with just the garlic and the mustard, it's got a kick.
It's already got a kick. Yeah, so the garlic and the mustard together.
So blend it till you stop seeing the sugar crystals.
Oh, right. Okay, so you...
Yeah, I think that's good to go. So...
And then we put that back in here.
There we go.
Ooh. Need to get all of it out.
Yeah, and you need to find a spatula or a spoon. Okay, will you scrape that off and I will... Yeah, maybe this, no?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll let you do that. Actually, I realized we did something really stupid. So we need to blend in the chili flakes as well. So a tablespoon?
Yeah. But then it doesn't really change the flavor, right?
It does, it gives it a kick. Not so much flavor.
I mean the chili.
Flavor of the aioli.
I mean like adding it in at a different point.
Oh, no. No, and actually the reason this happened is because when I make it in bulk, I can't do it in one go, so I'm used to kind of throwing everything back in and then getting a bit out.
Yeah, because I think, unlike Mio, you use a lot more of this in one go.
Just a couple of quick blitzes. Okay, that was more than a blitz, but I think that would work.
Yeah, once you mix that in with the...
Yeah. And just, mix it up with your spoon. And there you have it. Your sauce is done.
Yeah, no, this is exactly how I remember it.
Good, because I forgot the recipe. I was kind of winging it today. So, I'm going to pack it for you so you can take it home.
I get to keep all of this?
You get to keep all of this. Because you've been such a great sport. There you go. And wait, just in case you forget what it is, which I don't think you will.
No, there's no way I'm going to forget what this is.
I'm gonna. But see, this is a great gift idea as well.
I know, and you like tie it with a little ribbon.
Exactly. So, Christmas gifts, New Year
There
gifts. Ta-da!
I can't
We good?
believe this took 5 years.
I can't either. I had to get a YouTube channel to make it happen. So, so I promised you a surprise.
Ooh.
So we're gonna make hot dogs.
Making the hot dogs.
We're gonna make the hot dogs. Yeah. Okay. Oh no!
Why?
More water. Sorry.
We just take that away from you.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're fine now.
The smell.
Yeah.
So shall I start cutting?
Yes, please. And the reason, oh, that smells good. The reason I like to do that is I end up toasting my buns so they lay flat. And yeah, and not cut them all the way through.
All the
That's
way through,
perfect,
yeah.
exactly. And we also need to butter them. And this way the sausage sits really nicely. It looks really presentable.
Right.
And it looks bigger than stuffing the sausage on top. And also you can get a lot more sauce in, which is kind
That's
of
the best part.
Yep, ulterior motive. So you can start buttering
butter?
it. Yeah, there you go. There's your butter. So you got the first couple of buns buttered, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Not that.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
not.
all done.
Thank you.
You had to take the one, and I hadn't finished it.
There we go.
You can hear the.
Sizzle. But on a very low flame, please, because you want your entire bun to heat through. You want it to get slightly.
But you don't want it like toast where it's like.
You don't want
crispy.
it to burn. Yeah, exactly.
And that's toasted.
So turn off the heat. Oh, I can feel the bun softening
Yeah.
as I. Okay, you ready?
They're ready.
So get the spoon ready. We're gonna dump
Oh,
the sauce on.
I'm gonna leave this for you too.
So I think I'm gonna use
right.
the tablespoon because we need a ton of sauce on this.
Oh yes.
So you have to eat this rather quickly because, like I said, the heat will start to separate the aioli.
Oh yes, because of the egg.
Okay, that one's for you.
Thank you. Oh, this looks so good. I'll wait until you.
Yeah. That's some restraint.
Yeah, I know.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.
Finally, 5 years.
So there
So
you have it,
good.
guys. You got to try this at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But honestly, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me.
But I have a little something for you.
Yes. But
I think it's very appropriate. I had to get this for you. So I went to Midaya to buy all this stuff
Yes.
for the set, and I saw this and I was like, I had to get this for Jeevan. So
I see. Yeah, so I think what would make it really appropriate is we just put the aioli into that.
nice. So you have a sleep. And
And
yeah,
there you go.
there you go. Malavade, finally done.
Finally done.
I have my
For
piece
now,
of-
for now.
So we'll see you guys again next week. Thank you
And
so much
Like,
for
I had
watching.
a great time, man.
Yes.
Thanks
So-
for having me.
Oh, anytime. And please subscribe and do give us a like and leave a comment in the comments below. Thank you.
Dush. What can I say about Dush? Well, something that's always struck me about Dush's recipes, and I swear this is not because he gave me 2 jars of aioli, but his recipes are always very simple to make. All of his recipes, even his more complicated recipes, even those, once you eat them, or once you come and later you say, man, that was so, he's like, you know how I made it, and then you just proceed to divulge everything. And I think, man, this is so easy. So yeah, can't wait, and looking forward to be back.